Happy Mystical Monday, beautiful souls. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Hello Oz, hello everybody. How are you doing? How are we doing today? So I have news which isn't going to mean anything to anyone who can't lip read, unless someone wants to type it in the chat very helpfully. Fantastic, excellent. We now have closed captions supported on the stream, so if you click in the bottom corner down here, there's a little CC button. Captions are a thing, yes. If you click down here, there's a little closed caption button, and I can see I have a little preview here in OBS that's showing me that it's working. So I'm afraid well, no, actually I was going to say YouTubers, you can't use it, but actually that's not true, because YouTube has closed captions as well, and all of my videos on YouTube supports closed captions as well. But here live on Twitch, now we have closed captions. Yes. For the longest time I've been trying to figure out how we can support our deaf and hard of hearing Cosmos Collective members, and now finally Twitch and OBS are working together to create closed captions during a live stream. So thank you, Oz. Can you just check for me, Oz, that I am telling the truth there? There should be a little square with CC in it, in that bottom corner. Could you test them for me, please? But yeah, so I'm super excited. Awesome, it works. Yes, I could see it was working my end, but I just wanted to be sure. I'm really excited about it because I've been a little upset that I've not been able to include, you know, I want to include everybody because that's what we're all about here, you know, elevate everyone. So I've wanted to include absolutely everybody, and you know, there might be people that are watching the stream that can't, for whatever reason, have the volume up. Maybe they're in a public place, or they're at work, they're at school, and you know, they're trying to sort of sneakily watch the stream and haven't been able to because they've had to put the volume up. So, I mean, as you guys who have been around for a while know, that we did try out a third-party closed captions mod thing that we had on stream. It was probably about a year ago now, and it just wasn't working. It was, I mean, it was hilarious because it was coming out with all sorts of things that I wasn't actually saying. But this is using Google, and from what I can see from the preview, it's working perfectly. So it understands my accent, which is awesome. Okay, that was wrong. So no understand my accent. It does understand my accent. There we go. Shout out to me watching streams in study hall 6 years ago. Yep. So yes, I have a couple of announcements. So there's that. It doesn't censor, no, so I can say shit, and it works. Excellent. We don't want to censor my swearing, because I feel that sometimes it is appropriate. Fuck yeah. Did it? Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck you. No. I said fuck yeah. It doesn't want to do it now. It's like, you're watching me. I can't do it. It's the audience effect. I broke it. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I need to just not watch it because it's gonna put me off, just like the other subtitles did. So yes, we have news. So I don't know if you've noticed. Those of you who are looking at my boozies, I see you. We now have, well, we've always had merch, but now I actually have it. Now I have merch. The new, look at my tartars, everybody. We have Cosmos Collective merch. I'm wearing my new I know. Yeah, see, in the other subtitler that we were using didn't have performance anxiety at all. It had zero shame. It was just saying whatever came to mind, even if I'd said it or not. But yes, so if you want to get your own merch, exclamation point merch, in the chat here on Twitch, link is down in the description below for you beautiful YouTubers. Thank you, Oz. Link is there in the chat. Excuse me. Also, I did drop a little teaser in the Discord a couple of days ago, and then I completely forgot about it, even though it's been sat on my desk all this time. It's taken me so much discipline to not open this until today, but we have an affirmation deck, which what we're going to do, I'm going to open it now. I'm excited. This is the only affirmation deck I have. I did not, I made this, yes. I made all of the artwork that's on all of our merch. I made it. So go check it out. And hello, Wallflower. How are you doing, my lovely? But this new deck, it's the only affirmation deck now that we have. And I'm going to be using this for new subscribers. I'm doing very well, thank you. Very, very well. Happy Mystical Monday. So every time somebody resubs or becomes a subscriber, whether that's gifted or you do it yourself or you use Prime, I will read you a little affirmation. So it's in a very nifty little box. Look how cute this is. It's got like a little doodad. Look, that's adorable. Oh, these are nice. Oh, so this one. Okay, so this is the back of all of the cards. That's an instruction card, which we don't need. And this one is. This is also an affirmation card, but it's it's advertising their other decks on the back there. Sneaky. So we might leave this one out, because otherwise as soon as we see the back of it we'll know which one it is. But we'll use this as an example, right? As soon as I saw, they feel really nice, yeah. They've got like that soft touch kind of texture to them. But this one here, it says, don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yes, that's probably it. So you can see why I was drawn to this deck. Because it's a bit silly and quirky and light-hearted, which is perfect for us, right? So yes, every time we get a new subscriber or a resub, then I will be that is a shitty day for sure. Then I will draw an affirmation card for you guys. Stoner Ghoul, hello my lovely, how are you doing? Finally able to catch a live stream. Yes, I haven't been live as often as I would like. I've been super busy preparing content for YouTube, and I'm still kind of finding my groove with that because we've just started doing regular Twin Flame Tuesday videos every week, and we've started doing full moon and new moon and portal videos as well regularly. So we'll also be doing Mystical Monday collective readings every Monday as well. Not here on stream anymore, but we'll do them on YouTube so that you can keep watching them through if you feel that you need to watch them a couple of times. So the information's always available to you. And easily found. You don't have to kind of sift through VODs to find the readings, and they're uninterrupted, and they're about an hour-ish long, 45 minutes an hour. Although I haven't done any for the last couple of weeks because last Monday we had, well, the Sunday prior to Mystical Monday, we had full moon in Libra, so that was our Mystical Monday video. And then yesterday was the 4/4 portal, so we had that video instead of a Mystical Monday video. So I think next week we'll have a Mystical Monday video. Sura. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but hello, my lovely. How are you doing? I've been distant and been keeping offline, struggling a lot lately mentally. But feel like I'm on the ups now. That's good. I'm sorry to hear you've not been having a great time of things. But welcome. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, energy's been a little bit cray-cray. Like I say, we had full moon, 4/4 portal yesterday. The Twin Flame Collective is also doing its own thing, and we're moving now into the next, well, soon, at the end of this month and beginning of May, we're moving into the next energetic cycle, which is more action orientated. We'll start to see the fruits of our labour, the fruits of our mental and emotional labour in the physical reality. So, excuse me, there's a lot going on, for sure. And I think for a lot of people, we're finding that a bit of a struggle because there's just so much going on. I mean, as I always say, right, meditate. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, meditate, because that brings you not only, physical calm and relaxation, which helps your brain to just kind of relax and thoughts slow down and we become less panicked, but we also receive vital information as to what's going on, and helps us to become more in touch with how we are feeling so that we can make an informed decision and stop panicking and stop feeling so anxious. So meditate. If you're new at it, don't have any expectation. I mean, you shouldn't have any expectation even if you're a pro. But, expectation is the killer of everything. So I've been looking into Buddhist meditations, which have been helping a lot. Excellent. Yeah, that's really good. Good for you. Keep it up, right? It needs to be a regular practice. That I think the mistake that a lot of people make is they wait until they feel stressed, or when they feel stressed, that's when they meditate, and they view it as a cure. Whereas really, it should be a preventative method, right? When you regularly meditate, there's no stress ever, even when there's something particularly stressful going on. We don't tend to react with becoming stressed with it. Speaking from experience, right? I meditate every day, sometimes twice a day. I also Kundalini meditate. I don't know what, my hair is so messy today. So messy. Whatever. Whatever. 2 a.m. is my meditation time, and I give myself 10 minutes just because I'm new, but it's been helping a lot. That's really awesome. Yeah, yeah, really, really good. And I mean, like I said, you know, it's a lifestyle, right? It's something that you need to do regularly because it's brain training, right? Because now, like, for example, right, I've been meditating for years, every day, and now I can meditate right here, right now, like that, with my eyes open. There's no prep that needs to go into it because my brain, I've trained it to just slip into a meditative state at will. There's no effort involved, but it took me time, it took me practice to get to that point. And now when something kicks off in my physical reality and I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to do? And my ego starts kicking up and going, oh my god, the world has ended, what are we going to do? I'm like, right, relax. Meditative state. We're fine. We're going to survive. What should we do? And I'm so relaxed all of the time, you know. And it's through meditation. I owe it completely to meditation and to my dedication to meditation, right? Phantom Punk, hello my lovely, how are you doing? Happy Mystical Monday. So, I tell you what. Good, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I think what we'll do... I'm doing very well, thank you. Yes, it's an exciting time. A very exciting time. Because we have new stuff and things, which is always exciting. We have our new affirmation deck, which I'm going to draw one now for the collective. Finally, my merch arrived. We have this is available. This design right here is available in our merch store. Thank you, Oz. Link is down in the description below for you beautiful YouTubers. Oh no, I completely forgot. Okay, hang on. Right, I will be right back. I've been an absolute shitlord and I've forgotten. I also have other merch and I left it downstairs. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm ready. You say, right? Time to grab your tea, everyone. Da, da, da. I left it downstairs and I made my tea like as normal in my normal mug and I completely forgot about it. I'd stashed it away in the cupboard. But yes, we have our new cosmic teacup mug. So again, this is available in the merch store. Thank you. I designed it myself. I love the design. I mean, I know I'm biased because I made it myself, but the mug has come out so nicely. And on the bottom of it, which is full of tea, it says Orca coating, which as soon as I pulled it out of the box, I was like, no fucking way. Because whales as a spirit animal has been like, it just keeps coming up for the collective over the last month, and it says orca coating, like whale coating on the bottom. I was like, no way. So yes, cheers everybody, cheers. Of course it does, yeah. Oh, it also makes your tea taste better. Has magical powers. So yeah, exciting. We've got stuff and things, and we had the 4-4 portal yesterday, so if you haven't seen that collective reading, it is out on YouTube now. You can go and watch that. It's Twin Flame Tuesday tomorrow. My camera's gone out of focus. It's Twin Flame Tuesday tomorrow. Oh god, camera, come on. Are we in? Are we back? We're back, okay. Excuse me. And that video is available to all Cosmic Clan members now. It's I posted the link before we went live. If you want to become a Cosmic Clan member, you can do so through Patreon. You can get yourself an exclusive Discord role by becoming a patron, and you also have access to all of my YouTube content 24 hours before everybody else. So that Twin Flame Tuesday video is, like I say, available now for Cosmic Clan members. Otherwise, you can hang out until tomorrow, and then that will be ready. And you know, we're about to move into the next energetic phase. So really exciting time. So exciting. So many things. So many stuff and things happening. I'm waiting for one of these cards just to sort of fly out at me. They shuffle really nicely for a new deck. Normally the cards stick together. Okay. We have our Jing. Hello, my lovely. How are you doing? Hello, North. How you doing? Okay, so our affirmation then for Mystical Monday for the collective: tenacity. If at first you don't succeed, try. To remember that there's an old tired saying about this for a reason. Everyone fails sometimes, but failure is only failure. If it happens on the very last page of your story, and since you're still breathing, that's not where you're at right now. So if you've hit an obstacle on your way to success, don't sweat it. Dust off your air quotes and hang them on that failure as a reminder that failures are a part of success, and this is all part of your lifelong job. Then get right back to it. Your next failure is waiting to bring you closer to your dreams. So there we go, right? Failure. This is what we're going to call it now. Tenacity. That's our key word, okay? Key word for the day, tenacity, right? The horse throws you off. Think about what you've learned, and then just climb the fuck back on. And keep on riding. Keep on riding, cowboy. Jing, I remember you telling me your name that you preferred me to call you by, and I don't remember what the name was, but I remember that you told me that there was a name that you'd rather I called you. Forgive me, I don't remember. Shirley, that was it. Yes, Shirley. Yeah, you can have a full reading. You know what to do, my love. You can use your channel points for a vibe check. I'm not awake. For a vibe check, which is one card. If more fly out whilst I shuffle, then you can have those too, but generally it's a card. Or you can drop a £10 tip or 1,000 bits into the chat and get yourself a full reading here on stream. By the way, thank you, Shirley. I will do that for you in just a moment. It is a new deck, yes. We now have this affirmation deck. So every time we get a new, it's full of affirmations. So it's not an oracle deck as such. It's affirmations. So when we get a new subscriber or a resub or a gifted sub, I will be reading out. I will give you an affirmation. Excuse me. So tenacity, we'll do one as well at the beginning of every Mystical Monday stream for the collective. So tenacity, failure. This is the card of the day. What was I going to say? Right, yes. In honour of us moving into a new energetic phase at the end of this month, from the 1st until the 15th of May, I will be doing full readings, full private readings at a discount. So they'll be £22 instead of 33, so £11 off. 22 I thought was fitting because 2 is the divine number for change within the physical, and this next energetic phase is change within the physical reality. So I thought £22 for these readings would be fitting, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a discount, you know, because we're going into this next phase. So from the 1st until the 15th of May, so a little heads up, we've obviously, it's only the 5th of April now, so we've got a few weeks to go. But they will be private readings, so they will be recorded and posted to YouTube as a private video, and you will be sent a private link, so it's only you and I that have access to that reading. They'll be about 45 minutes to an hour long, and it's all about you. So we'll be digging into heart space, mental space, physical space, seeing where you're currently at, where you're going, where you've been, where you're going, all that good stuff. So let's do Shirley's reading. Oh, and North, I don't know if you saw already. Don't know if you were looking at my tartars. But look, we have merch now. We have merch now on stream. I mean, we always had merch, but I didn't have merch. But now we have merch. And also we have merch. Cosmic tea. Exciting. Yeah. Okay, Shirley. Right, let's see what we've got for you then, my love. Right, this is a full reading for Shirley. This is not for the collective. Before people are like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. No, it's because it's for Shirley. Chatty deck. Chatty deck. Yeah, there we go. We now have closed captions, by the way, supported here on Twitch. So if any of you are deaf and desperately trying to lip read, or are hard of hearing, or are in a place where you can't have the volume up, down here in the bottom corner there is a closed captions button. I have a little preview in front of me and it's working perfectly well, apart from maybe a couple of words. Very impressed with it, actually. So yeah, just putting that out there. Perhaps if someone could just type that into the chat, because there might be people that, in fact, do you know what, I'm going to change the, I'm just going to add that to the title. I probably should have done that. Can I do that here? Yeah. Okay, I've added it to the tags, so that should help. I'm just going to type this into the chat because obviously if you're deaf and you can't lip read, then you've no idea that there's closed captions. So I'm just going to type it in. Nah. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you, Oz. We do have a bot timer that every so often will be like, by the way, we have closed captions. But yeah, that's a good idea. What, so now if we exclamation point captions, it will say that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. We might want to change how that's written, but it will definitely do for now. Thank you. Oh, it has changed the heart. Oh, that's weird. I didn't even notice until you pointed that out. Okay, right. Shirley, your full reading, my love. Okay, so we have wind activation. So things are definitely changing for you. Oh, it's Practical Magic. Hello, my lovely. How are you doing? Happy Mystical Monday. So Shirley, I don't know if you've already seen the couple of videos that I put out on YouTube recently. The 4/4 portal video that went out yesterday might be worth you watching, because I think maybe some of that information I might end up repeating a little bit here, but I feel that is that's largely part of this card coming up here. There's a lot changing for the collective. There's a lot changing for you. You are in alignment with the collective. We had the 4/4 portal yesterday. Thank you, Oz, for gifting a sub to Practical Magic. Thank you, my lovely. Shirley, just hold on 2 moments. Hold on 2 moments, right? I promised for every sub gets an affirmation card, so I'm just going to bash that out really quick for Practical Magic. Oh, thank you for 100 biddies, my lovely. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, my lovely. I have an affirmation card for you, my love. Risks. Risks. Look, he's wearing a little swimsuit. I take big risks and leap into the unknown with fearless abandon, knowing that the best surprises and richest experiences come from bold choices. Worst case scenario, the unknown is filled with spiders and they swarm me and eat me and decorate their spider cave with my bones. But what are the chances? So there you go, Practical Magic. That's for you, my love. Take some risks today. And they ate me. Yeah. Yeah, but what are the chances? 0.0001% chance of that happening? Okay, Shirley. You're welcome. I hope it serves you well. So, so Shirley, yes, activation. The 4-4 portal from yesterday. Missed you too, my love. It's really good to see you. The 4-4 portal from yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, the video went up yesterday. It went up a day early for Cosmic Clan members, just putting that out there. Okay, my lovely, happy lurking. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It does help. It was good to see you. The 4-4 portal, 4 being the divine number of support and guidance. That happened yesterday. There was lots of new light codes being downloaded. Hello Jamie, how you doing, my love? And DNA activation. So seeing this activation tells me, Shirley, that you are in alignment, excuse me, with that energy and with the collective. We are moving steadily towards the next energetic phase, which, sorry, I've got, my nails are breaking like crazy. I don't want to catch them. We're moving into the next energetic phase, which is the end of this month. So to be honest, this is what we would expect to see. Lots of change and activation, you know, of this new energy in preparation for the next energetic phase, which is a lot more action orientated. I know I keep wording it the same way, but there's no other way to word it. We're going to start seeing things within the physical reality. Hello Kat, how you doing, my love? We'll start seeing things in the next energetic phase that's more revolving around the physical reality. So let's see then what else we've got. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we've got the resting tree, patience and stillness. So Shirley, look at that, right? We've also got card number 22. 2 is the divine number for change within the physical reality. So Spirit's really asking you, I feel that this activation's going on the inside, right? There's nothing going on in the physical reality right now that's really changing. Not yet. It will next month and moving into the summer. But Spirit wants you to prepare and assimilate all this activation energy by being patient and still. So not making any big moves within the physical reality just yet. Don't make any changes. You can make decisions, but don't act on them just yet. Lots of meditation, self-care, taking care of your thoughts, taking care of your emotions, dealing with anything that you need to purge. So if you're holding on to the past, you know, if there's a situation that's really fucking you up, you know, take the time over the next few weeks to really purge it out. Make up your mind as to why it's bothering you so much and just accept it, just release it. It happened. It happened. It's not happening anymore. There's no point in continuing to relive it in your mind and in your emotional space, in your heart space, if it's not physically happening anymore. It's gone, it's done. Accept that and move on. Release it and move on. So Spirit's really encouraging you to do these things in preparation for the next energetic phase, because things are going to start changing within the physical reality for you, and you need to be mentally prepared for that. Not necessarily because it's going to be anything difficult, or, I mean, it might be. I don't know. I don't read stuff and things. I read energy. And the energy is in full support. I don't know. And the thing is, it being good stuff or bad stuff, that's your perception of reality. It's you that decides whether something's good or bad. You know, because something that I might deem as being good might be bad as far as you're concerned, right? Because we all have different perceptions of reality, yeah? So, I don't know what is going to happen, because like I said, I don't read stuff and things, I don't read physical stuff, but the energy is definitely in support of changes happening within your physical reality. There will be change. Your life is going to change. And how you prepare for that now is going to dictate how you feel about those changes. The changes are going to happen regardless as to you know, what you do now. Let's say, for example, right, just an example, you might move house. Right, that's going to happen regardless, right? That's going to happen. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter what how you feel, that's going to happen, for example. But how you prepare yourself for those changes, even though those changes are unknown right now, how you prepare for them now will help you to assimilate those changes when they do actually come up. And that's when you'll have, you know, let's say you prepare yourself extremely well now, so you're purging the past, you're taking care of yourself, you're completely clear and in full understanding of how you feel right now, you're feeling really good. Then when you move house or whatever those changes that are to come happen, you're naturally going to feel very good about it and very positive about it, and you'll deem it as being a good thing. If you're not taking care of yourself now and you don't prepare yourself for the next energetic phase, I mean, this obviously is a reading for Shirley, but this counts for everybody. what I'm saying right now. If you don't prepare yourself and you're not in a good state of mind, air quotes, and you're not in a good state of mind, you're holding on to the past, you're feeling very glum and unhappy and dissatisfied with your life. When a change comes up, like moving house or changing job or I don't know, a new partner or moving away from a partner or whatever, you're always going to view that as something negative, aren't you? Because you're already dealing with something. You're like, oh God, now something else to add to the pile. I just don't need this right now. I've got enough going on, right? So this is why it's so important that we prepare ourselves now and every day are always prepared for whatever changes come our way, so that we can view them as positive changes and we can use those changes to the highest degree for our own benefit. So Shirley, you need to be preparing yourself because things are going to change. Gaia, hello my lovely, how are you doing? Congratulations, Gaia, on reaching affiliate status. That's awesome. Congratulations everybody, let's congratulate Gaia. Well done. I know you've been working towards affiliate for a while. Made it. Yes, we did it. Good job. Super proud. Okay, so let's have a look, shall we, at let's have a look at heart space, mental space and physical space. I think that would be a good thing to look at for you, Shirley, because it'll hopefully give you a bit more of a rounded understanding as to what's going on for you right now. Okay, so let's have a look at heart space, because everything starts with the heart. This is where your emotional body lies, where your desires lie. My wrist is all clicky today. If spirits decide, fuck this guy in particular. They never decide that, but... Oh, Guy, you're so pessimistic. Don't go with the mindset of, oh, screw this, you've got to own it after it all works out in the end. Everything that Spirit brings us is always for our benefit. It's us that decides whether something's good or bad. Spirit doesn't discriminate. Spirit always brings us what we need. Very rarely does it bring us what we want. But that's because, you know, ego usually has a say in what we want. And ego is acting out of fear. So ego wants to be rich. Ego wants a nice fast car. Ego wants lots of money, right? But the divine doesn't give a fuck about any of that stuff. If you don't need it, you ain't gonna get it. Okay, so heart space then for Shirley. This is for the benefit of newcomers. This is I keep wanting to say it's private, but it's definitely not a private reading. I don't need this right now. Yes, you do, but you just don't know it yet. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's why we just have to trust. Because Spirit always brings us what we need, and if we reject it in that moment, we need to ask ourselves why we're rejecting it. Why am I unhappy about what's happening to me right now? Yes, this is a not so private full reading for Shirley. So, okay, so within heart space for you then, my love, we've got full moon in Capricorn. The end, the moon deck, yes. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Excuse me. I suspect that with the 4/4 portal yesterday, came a lot of relief within the heart space. Excuse me, Christ, T-burps. Within the heart space. Yes. Not the hot space. The heart space. It's brought relief. I feel that there's a release of some pressure there that perhaps you were feeling. I mean, the past doesn't matter, right? Like I said a minute ago, the past, hot space, yeah, I have a preview of the closed captions that are running live right now, and every so often it will get a word wrong, and it thought I said hot space and not heart space. But I know when I'm channeling, I'm speaking very quickly, and Google can't keep up with me. So and plus my accent is English, but it's not a traditional English accent. Because I grew up all over the place, so I have an odd accent. So I think it's struggling sometimes when I'm speaking quite quickly. It doesn't understand accents. It really doesn't. Yes, the past doesn't matter, right? So why you were feeling some kind of pressure, Shirley, is neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. The past is the past. It's all done. Where you're at right now is within your heart space. So this doesn't mean necessarily that you're conscious of this stuff, because it's going on deep within here. We'll look at mental space in a minute, which is your conscious understanding of what's going on with things. They think you're Scottish. What? How? People who have absolutely no clue as to what the different dialects are in the United Kingdom. Clearly. Yeah, wrong country. Completely wrong country. Yes, so I feel there's a lot of relief and release going on within your heart space, my love. So let's see what else we've got within heart space. I'm just stacking these decks up all over the place, surrounded by them. I'm still looking for like a little rack, like a little deck holder. I just can't seem to find one anywhere. I'm looking for like a spice rack that you lay down. Actually, maybe I need a spice rack. I think I just solved my own problem. Okay, I'm going to look for a spice rack. I'll just lay it down instead of putting it on the wall. Okay, we have the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance and Higher Knowing. Look at that. Also card number 3. 3 is the divine number of manifestation. And we keep talking about the 4/4 portal, which was yesterday. 4 is a divine number of support and guidance. Divine Guidance. Higher Knowing. Aha moment. Yeah, exactly. So within heart space, I don't know what happened there. Within heart space for you then, my love, there's this this relief, right, from the full moon being release energy and purge energy within heart space, which has given way to this very relaxed, right, resting tree, this very relaxed divine guidance and higher knowing. So if you're not meditating, my love, then I suggest that you start. It will definitely help you to feel more relaxed in those stressful times and times where you're feeling a bit anxious. But it will also bring forth answers and help you through those difficult times, you know, on lots of different levels. So heart space for you is quite relaxed and open, I feel. I mean, we've got a lot of green going on here, green being the heart chakra colour. Hair. I need to... Yeah, it's starting again, Oz. I need to cut my fringe. It's just too long now. It's all in my face. Yes, let's use the Cosmic Cloud Oracle just to see what else we've got within heart space. Ritual, right, we have an earth card here, ritual. This is about forming habits, right? Healthy habits. So I really feel, right, and Aurora is, my guide, is now confirming this, that Spirit is asking, directing, suggesting, whatever the right word is. Chalice? I'm sorry, I probably really butchered that. Chell. I'm just going to call you Chell, if that's alright. Thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate that. Cut my fringe counter, 1. Yeah. Spirit is asking, directing, suggesting, whatever the right word is, you to start creating positive and healthy habits of relaxation. Right, so I'm seeing relaxation and rest leads to you having a much better and clear understanding as to what's going on energetically and within yourself. There's that beautiful release, relief, purge, rest energy going on within your heart space, but this ritual card shows me that it needs to become habit to be in this state. It's not, by indulging in things that relax you, that's not treating yourself. You know, a lot of people kind of view this as like, right, I'm going to have a night to myself, I'm going to treat myself. No. This should be normal, regular practice. This is how you should treat yourself all the time. This is how you should just naturally be. You know, treating yourself is buying yourself something pretty that you've wanted for a while, and you think, I'll splash out, I'll treat myself, right? But treating yourself well is something that you should be doing every single day. It should be habit, it should be a ritual to treat yourself well. It's not I'm going out of my way to treat myself. I know it's confusing because it's the same word that's meaning two different things here. The word treat meaning two different things, but I can't think of any other way to word it. So I hope that makes sense to you, my love. So let's have a look then at mental space. What's going on within mental space? Let's go back to the Moon deck. So what are you thinking about? What's part of your conscious awareness? What are you planning? What are you thinking? What are you up to? What's on your mind? Yeah, self-care it's something you should always be doing. Have faith in your dreams, right? I feel like you're trying to, and trying being the optimum word there, to trust yourself into being capable to bring about your dreams, the things that you truly desire. The things that are going on within heart space, I feel that you're getting back in touch with the things that you really want for yourself, your desires, your goals. And within your mental space, I feel like you're asking yourself, Luna, thank you so much for the follow, my lovely. Super appreciate that. Happy Mystical Monday. Welcome, welcome. I feel like you're asking yourself, yeah, but can I do it? Can I have it? Can I, like, is it possible for me to, do I have the ability to bring about my desires? I feel like you're really questioning yourself here. So let's see what else we've got. Speaking of mental space, during a meditation last night, I came across an image of a featureless statue before I was abruptly snapped out of it. What could this mean? I mean, first of all, I'd say look at what a statue is. A statue is usually created to honour someone or something. It's usually larger than ourselves, as a to accentuate us being in reverie of it, you know, so it's something we literally look up to, and are in awe of, and it represents honouring someone or something. For it to be featureless, I mean, just straight off the top of my head, I mean, but then again, this is coming from me and my own set of ideals and my own reality, which is may or may not be shared by you, right? So we'll get to that in a moment, but a faceless statue, or a featureless statue, could be looking up to something but not being in full understanding as to what that thing is. So I mean, given your state, your energetic state, Gaia, and you know, you've been in this community for what, handful of months now, and you're getting into touch with your spirituality. You know, the statue could represent the divine that you don't fully understand, but you're in reverie of it, and you're looking up to it, and wanting to give it the honor that you feel it deserves, but it's featureless because you don't fully understand, because you're at the beginning of that journey. And I think the important thing to look at when we're looking at dream interpretation, it's vitally important that you think and recognize how you feel, right? Because that is going to largely swing the interpretation one way or another. Yes, things can be visually represented like a featureless statue, but how you feel will really speak to the interpretation there. So how did you feel when you were looking at this statue? How did you interact with the statue? What else was going on in the dream when the statue was present? You know, were you hurling eggs at it? Were you flipping it off? Were you trying to push it over? Were you trying to destroy it? Were you trying to get a better look at it? Were you in awe of it? Did you fear it? Did you feel relieved to see it? You know, like, you see how all of these things can wildly change the interpretation of the dream. That's the thing I don't remember. More meditation required. Yeah, you can meditate on it. I mean, if it's something that you really need to know, then it will become a reoccurring dream until you figure it out. Or the dream will take a different shape, but the message will be the same until you figure it out. And that's how a lot of dreams work. Okay, so Shirley, you've got, so have faith in your dreams. Like I say, I feel like you're questioning yourself as to whether or not you can whether or not you're capable of actually bringing your desires into reality. And then we have here the Metal King, discipline, armor, and boundaries, which is interesting because this kind of shows that you're closing yourself off a little bit. You're recoiling. Is that the right word? You're hello hipster, how you doing, my lovely? And thank you for saying I'm fabulous. You're fabulous also, always fabulous. Yeah, I feel like you're closing yourself off. You're kind of you're wearing this big suit of armor. I mean, but this is going on within mental space. Let's get some more information because I mean I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm struggling with it. I feel like you're trying to really protect yourself, which comes from fear, right? I feel that perhaps you're in fear of actually having the things that you want, because it means that there's certain things that you're going to need to do that you're not sure if you're capable of doing them or not. So your answer to that right now is to don this gigantic suit of armor and protect yourself from everyone and everything, which I can tell you is not the right way to go about things, because good things happen to people who are open to them, right? Who are open and willing to do what needs to be done, and who are in a positive mindset. They've purged the past, they're not holding on to it, they're living in the moment, they're looking forward to the future, but they're not living in the future, they're looking forward to it. They know what they want, they're going after it, and they're being very open and accepting of the opportunities that come their way. And I feel that you're not doing that when you're in this suit of armor. Instead, you're like, no, I'm impenetrable. Anything that comes my way, it can just bounce straight off me. I don't want it. I'm not ready. And how can your desire come your way when you're wearing a suit of armor, right? You see how sort of logically it doesn't make sense to suit and boot yourself in that way. Because then when the thing that you desire comes to you, you can't get in, it can't get to you, and you're going to miss that opportunity. And this is the thing. We can decide on what it is that we want, but it will, and I can tell you categorically, it will never appear to you in the way that you think that it will. Never. And this is where people go wrong when it comes to manifestation. They plan how they're going to get it, and it never comes about that way. And then they start to get impatient because they're like, where is it? It's like, well, you're railroading spirit. You're putting spirit in a little set of blinkers, and you're saying, I want this, but I will only accept it in this way, and that's not being open. So wearing this suit of armor means that spirit is not free to deliver it to you in any way. Because if it does, you won't accept it because you're in a suit of armor, right? You see? So we've also got blessings, and this is a water card, which speaks to emotion. I mean, there's things that you really want. You really, really want them, but there's so much fear. And the fear is just actively preventing you from having these things. I mean, it's wonderful, isn't it, that your heart space is doing what it's doing right now. It's relaxing. Because when the heart space relaxes, the mind relaxes, and the physical reality in turn relaxes. It's a boom, boom, boom. It works in that very linear way. Mental space can't relax if the heart is like this. So the heart needs to... So the mind can go... And then the physical reality goes. So it's good, right? So we're seeing the beginning of a cycle here for you, Shirley. We're seeing the heart space is relaxing. We're seeing the mental space is not relaxed. So that means that soon mental space will relax because it's going to follow the heart. because that's what it does. So let's I say let's move on into the physical reality and see what's going on in physical space for you. But do take this as becoming consciously aware of what's going on here in your mind space. That you don't need this guy, okay? You don't need it, right? You don't need to be in a suit of armor. There's nothing to fear at all. So long as you're relaxed and you're not in a state of fear, then you can have the things that you want. They will come your way. So let's see what's going on in physical space then for you. Oh, nearly. Just a few seconds too early. Okay, so in physical space, we've got your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. And we had, within heart space, we had a full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So we're coming full circle here within physical reality. Your hard work is paying off. The effort and the lengths that you're going to get rid of this suit of armor, to calm down your thoughts and just to generally calm down. Okay, Gaia, it was good to see you, my lovely. Take care. Don't adult for too long because you'll become boring and old. We'll see you very soon. And oh my god, I can't get my words out. Congratulations again on affiliate. That's really awesome. Take care of yourself, my love. So we're coming full cycle here, or full circle, with this Capricorn energy. Capricorn is an earth sign and is orientated around building something very solid within the physical reality, be that home life, work life, your dream and desire, bringing it into reality. And we can see here with this new moon in Capricorn within physical space, that there's the beginning, right? This is speaking to the next energetic cycle, which I keep saying is more action orientated. What you're working on right now within you is definitely going to be reflected outside of you. That's the way that it goes. But you're doing some really decent work here, and you're going to see it reflected outside of you in a very positive way. So this is very good news. Let's see what else we've got. Come on, Mr. Deck. Thank you. Okay, Keepers of the Scales, Fairness and Balance. This is the Libra card. We did have the Libra full moon a couple of weeks ago. Again, if you haven't seen that video, my love, then it's worth going and having a look at that on YouTube. It was a few weeks ago, but we're still benefiting from the energy that came from it. We've all assimilated that energy now. It's no longer really in the ether, but we're still benefiting from it. Excuse me. There's a lot of balance in your physical reality. I feel like there's not much going on right now, but there will be more stuff going on for you in the next energetic phase, end of this month, beginning of May. There's a lot of balance. There's a lot of being able to make informed decisions, especially now that your heart space has relaxed and there's all that relief and purge there. It's made space for you to make some very steadfast decisions for your physical reality. So let's wrap this up then with the Cosmic Cloud Oracle, which, by the way, we only have 15 or 16 days left to hit goal. If you want your own deck. This is a deck that I've made myself. It works extremely well. I know I'm biased, but honestly, it works extremely well. If you want your own deck, there's only a couple of weeks left. Yes, you can follow the link there in the chat, exclamation point Oracle, if you missed the link for whatever reason. And you can, oh my goodness, if you're watching on YouTube, the link is down in the description below for Crowdfunder to go and make a pledge and make this deck a reality. If we don't hit goal, it won't happen. Man, thank you for the follow, my lovely. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, so I'm just going to play it safe and call you Man. Thank you so much for the follow. Happy Mystical Monday. So yes, last card then for your reading, Shirley. Let's see what we got for physical space. Security. Yeah, physical space, security. Doesn't that make sense? Another Earth card. So we had Capricorn, which was an Earth sign. We had Libra, which is air. That's very ideas, divine feminine, balance, you know. And now we're back to Earth. Security, back to Capricorn and Taurus type energy. So you really are building within your physical reality something very solid and secure and steadfast. And that's going to create the foundation for the next energetic phase. So for next month and moving into the summer, you've already got a very solid foundation with which you can start building your desires on top of. So I really hope that helps you, my lovely. I hope that reading makes sense to you and guides you well. Yeah, right? It's all very positive stuff, absolutely. There's a little bit of guidance in there, you know, just be aware that you are in this kind of armor kind of state that's not really serving you very well. So time to step out of that. And you know, there's a lot of positive things on the horizon for you, absolutely. You're doing the work, you're not shying away from the work, you're shying away from a couple of things, but you're not shying away from doing the work. And you know, this effort that you're putting in now is going to serve you very, very well in the days to come. So good job. Okay. Yeah, you've got this. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go make a fresh tea because I've now run out. So I'll be back in 5 minutes-ish. Thank you for 3 biddies. Beautiful number 3. Thank you, my love. Super appreciate that. I really hope that the reading serves you well, my love. That mug is very nice. Thank you. It is our new Cosmos Collective mug. Also, buy the merch. So yes, I will love and leave you for a couple of minutes, and when we come back we'll do some more vibe checks and things, and see what's in store. So here's your opportunity to have a little stretch. Go and make yourself a fresh drink, and I will see you in a few minutes. Hello, beautiful souls. We are back and we're out of focus. I'm sorry, here he's doing a thing. Thank you. Come on. There we go. Viridian, hello my lovely. Yes, and we are grateful to have you here. Exactly what Oz just said. How are you doing today, my love? Happy Mystical Monday. Viridian, look. Got my cosmic teacup. I finally ordered it. Finally. And also, ta-da! We have merch. Dear camera, wake the fuck up. Yes. How are you doing today, my love? So there's no collective read today because yesterday was the 4/4 portal, and the video for that went up yesterday. So I didn't see the point really in doing a collective reading because that was basically it for Mystical Monday. Next week, I'm just going to have a look in my diary here, but we have Twin Flame Tuesday video is available to Cosmic Clan members now. If you want to become a Cosmic Clan member, you can check out Patreon. That will get you into the Cosmic Clan, and then you have access to all of my YouTube content 24 hours before everybody else. Otherwise that video will be out tomorrow. Wait, I haven't been very organised here. Done, right. Done. Twin Flame. Done. So yes, Twin Flame Tuesday tomorrow. And then we have excuse me, New Moon. Right, okay, so there won't be a Mystical Monday collective read next Monday either, because we have New Moon in Aries, which after a couple of hours will move into the sign of Taurus. So we'll have that video, again, will be available for Cosmic Clan members on Sunday the 11th, so this Sunday coming. And that video will then go live on Monday, and of course we'll stream on Monday, so there won't be a video collective read either for Mystical Monday this week coming, because we've got the new moon. But we probably will have one the following week, because I don't think there's really anything going on. Obviously we've got Twin Flame Tuesday. Yeah, there's nothing going on, so we'll have a Mystical Monday collective read, not next Monday but the Monday after. On the 27th of April we have a full moon, that's a Tuesday. We have a full super moon in Scorpio, and on the same day Pluto goes retrograde in Capricorn until October 2nd. So we've not really got much astrologically going on for the next week, but the week after we've got a lot going on. That full moon will herald the beginning of the next energetic phase. Then we have the 5/5 portal, obviously in May, and then on Tuesday the 11th of May we have a new moon in Taurus, so we will be firmly in the next energetic phase come the 11th of May. Onward from that, not much going on until The 23rd of May, we've got Saturn goes retrograde in Aquarius until October 11th, so we'll do a video for that. And then we have the 26th of May. This will be an interesting one, and as we get closer to it, it will start to make a bit more sense as to what this energy is going to be doing for us in that energetic phase. We have a supermoon, lunar eclipse, full moon, right? So it's a full moon, it's also a supermoon, and it's a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. That's at the end of May. So we've got a lot to look forward to, definitely, when it comes to astrological stuff. Exciting stuff. So yeah, Twin Flame Tuesday tomorrow, so make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you've bitch slapped the bell right in the face, so that you get made aware, you know, you get the notification for the Twin Flame Tuesday video that will go live tomorrow. Unless you are a Cosmic Clan member, in which case you can watch that video today. Change my mind, screw adulting, I can't be bothered. Well, you know, whatever floats your boat. Whatever works for you, Gaia. And welcome back. We've also got some more, there's loads of content I've been working on over the last week for YouTube. We've put out the first episode of our Oblivion playthrough. The second episode will be coming at the end of this week. I'm going to try and release the next episode, like I'm going to try and do the episodes weekly. I would do them maybe bi-weekly, but because there's just so many other things going on, I don't want to spread myself too thin, so I want to give myself the time to edit the videos properly. So the second episode will be this week, hopefully Friday, maybe before, we'll see. See how far we get. I've also been working on some Elder Scrolls Online content. I've been quietly in the background leveling up a character to use for all of our YouTube content for ESO, and she's now ready, so I think we'll probably be doing live streams which will then become edited videos, the same thing that we were doing with Oblivion, and are continuing to do with Oblivion as well, because once I've caught up on the episodes, then we need to continue with that storyline as well. But for ESO, so any of you who are interested in ESO gameplay, we'll be doing Nightblade. We've got a level 514 Nightblade. I still need to change her name. I'm not happy with her name, so I'm going to change it. But we're going to be doing the main storyline and the different provinces. You know, we'll go for 100% completion for you know, each province in turn. We've also got ESO Plus, so we'll be doing the extra content as well. How am I finding Oblivion? Yeah, it's good. I mean, I played Oblivion through multiple times. I played it when it first came out, many moons ago, and love it. I mean, if you want me to get really nerdy about it, I can. I played Morrowind. That was the first Elder Scrolls game that I ever played, and absolutely loved it. Easily sunk 2,000 plus hours into it, and I role played it. I role play all Elder Scrolls games. Absolutely loved it. Loved the lore. Loved the landscape. You know, Cyrodiil is just excellent, and Oblivion was very different, you know, to Morrowind. The colours, there's actually greens and blues. There's no green in Morrowind. The colours are very muted, obviously. Looking at it timeline wise, Morrowind was when the Ghost Gate was active around Red Mountain, and you play the part of being the reincarnation of Lord Nerevar, so you are the Nerevarine that was prophesized, and I won't spoil it. If you haven't played Morrowind, I highly recommend it. I mean, it is a very, very old game now. It's getting on for 20 years old. So everything's very clunky, but the the graphics are awful in comparison to the games that we have today. But if you can deal with that, the story is just excellent. By far the best Elder Scrolls game. The best. Yes, it's better than Skyrim. Because the story is just fantastic and it's so immersive. There's virtually no voice acting. It's all text based, and the combat is scary because it's based on dice rolls. Oblivion was the first Elder Scrolls game, and all the subsequent Elder Scrolls games weren't based. They were based on stats. They're not based on dice rolls. Mado, I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, my lovely. How are you doing? Was wearing 100% chameleon enchantments. Yeah, yeah. See, and the thing that set, I know you were asking me about Oblivion, but I think for me to give you my opinion on Oblivion, I have to compare it to Morrowind, because I played Morrowind for 5 odd years. Then Oblivion came out, and Oblivion was so vastly different. And it had its pros and its cons. The main storyline was a lot shorter than the Morrowind main storyline, and Morrowind had a spell, Levitate. There was fast travel. Oblivion introduced true fast travel. But Morrowind had fast travel, but you had to do a whole bunch of stuff in order to activate it. And there were only 4 or 5 locations that you could fast travel between. You couldn't fast travel between the towns. You had to walk everywhere. And so the Levitate spell was essential to get around. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. You've actually just joined us when we're talking about computer games, and we're not talking about the Witchy Woo. But we'll get back to the Witchy Woo, because it is Mystical Monday. But I'm just putting my Elder Scrolls nerd hat on right now, and getting hella nerdy about it. But yeah, the Levitate spell was completely gotten rid of for all of the subsequent Elder Scrolls games. You have to get halfway through the game before you can walk. Yeah, I've not played Dark Souls, but I've seen it. I've seen gameplay of it. It's not for me because I'm not into that kind of grind. But yeah, kind of similar. You had to collect a whole bunch of stuff, and you had to go to some really scary, places. Death was a very real thing. In order to get the components that you needed to activate a portal, and then you had to go to the other place. You had to walk to the other place and do the same thing there, and then you could fast travel between those two places, or you could join the Mages Guild, and the Mages Guild gave you fast travel. But you had to join the Mages Guild, and there were only guilds in a couple of the main towns, not every town. So a lot of the quests sent you to places where they were just in the middle of nowhere, and you had to walk. Or you could use the levitate spell, so you could levitate over all of the danger, but it was very slow. There was no speed to it whatsoever. It was probably faster to run. And there were no mounts either in Morrowind, so you just had to walk everywhere. And it was fantastic. It was great for role play, It was very kind of true to life in that way, and it made magic a bit more real as well, because being in the Mages Guild meant that you were more magic based, and perhaps you were a spell sword or a magician, so or a sorcerer, right? So or a battle mage, even something magical, magic orientated. So it made magic a little bit more real, and whereas the other games you just go to a way shrine and then you can teleport and you can fast travel somewhere, and it took the luster of magic away, in my opinion. But Oblivion, yeah, I really enjoyed Oblivion. I enjoyed the fact that there was a lot more colour to it, because obviously, like I say, I played Morrowind, which is all very brown and grey. So then stepping into the world of Oblivion, stepping into Cyrodiil, the the colours were just incredible. There was green and like bright vivid oranges, and the water was actually blue and not like clear or grey, and it was great. Knights of the Nine was my favourite DLC. If you've not played Oblivion and you've not played any of the DLC, I highly recommend Knights of the Nine. It was a fantastic story again, and at the end, throughout the story, I won't, no spoilers, but throughout the story, you basically collect the Knights of the Nine armor set, and then when you finished it, you can wear the armor set, you can use it, and you gained a couple of weapons as well. And they gave you like this really cool shrine and a mannequin that it all sits on and looks very neat and tidy. So if you didn't want to actually use the armor, it's displayed very neatly and beautifully. And there's a lot of mods as well around for Oblivion that gives you like beautiful faces and really cool armor and awesome new spells and player homes and stuff. I'm hugely into mods. Welcome back, North. Yeah, your English is great. I would never have known that you were not a native English speaker. Yeah, so Oblivion, loved it, which is why we're doing a playthrough of it. We're doing the main storyline, and then we'll move into the DLC. We've chosen Player Home, which also was part of the DLC. We're using the what's it called? It's the Wizard's Tower that's up in the mountains in the north of the map, north of Bruma. What was it called? I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, we've got that as a player home, and we're playing as a wood elf called Feather. She's a bit crazy, and we're role playing, so viewers get to make decisions and help us to move kind of grow the character and move forward through the story. But we are doing the main storyline. There's not many decisions to be made in that respect, but when it comes to armor sets and playstyle and things, that's down to you guys as to how we go about that kind of stuff. So, worth checking out the first episode of our Oblivion playthrough over on YouTube if you haven't seen it already. Don't forget to subscribe. And her inventory, yeah, exactly. I suspect she's going to become a little bit of a kleptomaniac. Because we were playing through Morrowind, and I mean, we still are, I suppose. I mean, I've lost the game save now because I've changed my hard drives around. But Morrowind is probably something that we'll revisit. Definitely, we'll start again from scratch and we'll go through the main storyline, because there's a lot of people that have only played Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Online, and they haven't played Oblivion and they haven't played Morrowind. And I think Morrowind is such a it's such a hidden gem now because it's such an old game. I feel like it's a hidden gem of the Elder Scrolls series that so many people haven't played. Some people haven't even heard of it. Their only exposure to Morrowind that they've had is through Elder Scrolls Online, which is a great shame because the Elder Scrolls Online depiction of Morrowind is just poor in comparison to the original game. The map was absolutely massive in the original game, and it's just this diluted, watered down bullshit version in Elder Scrolls Online. I mean, they've had to do that. I understand why they've done it. They've had to do that because it is an MMO. And you know, there's so many people that just, you know, gamers now are really impatient. They don't want to role play, they just want to bash through and get all the achievements, you know, and I get that because I can be that kind of gamer. I mean, I've been playing through Elder Scrolls Online with my main characters, like my character that we don't play with her on stream. But she, yeah, absolutely, Viridian. I've been playing through the Somerset DLC, and I have no idea what's going on. I've just been bashing through the dialogue. I haven't been reading it because I want the achievement. I just want to get it done. I'm not wasting my time, you know. So with certain games, I become that kind of impatient gamer where I just want the achievements. I'm just bashing through it all. But Morrowind is not that kind of game. You know, there's so much dialogue. Books are actually books. They have multiple pages and whole stories to read, and you could spend an entire afternoon just reading through a couple of books in Morrowind, which is not the case in Elder Scrolls Online. It's like 3 pages max. And the text is really big because it's like, you know, we're back at school and we're reading fucking Billy Blue Hat and Rebecca Red Hat and stuff books, you know. I always find it hilarious that the Daedric Legion stopped opening portals in Blackmarsh because the Argonians kept invading the underworld. What? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Elder Scrolls Online? Because I haven't played through that province yet. I haven't got there yet. Is that a spoiler? I just realised I'm like a walking advert right now for the Cosmos Collective. I'm wearing my Cosmos Collective shirt. I'm drinking out of my Cosmos Collective mug. Yeah, I get very, very nerdy about the Elder Scrolls. It's just because I've been playing it, you know, for like 20 years. And I love it. I love the lore. Bob does tarot. Hello Bob, how you doing? Just a quick drive-by. A spiritual drive-by, I love it. Yes, happy Mystical Monday. How you doing, my love? Thank you for the drive-by well wishes. Like me and Destiny. Yeah, I mean, we all have our vice, right? And I love stories, you know, and I love magic and mystery, and I love roleplay, and derpstiny. You know, and playing Morrowind for as many years as I have, I there's so many characters and stories and things that have come out of that for me when it comes to my own personal like role playing fascination. Figure I'd wave as I was driving by on the World Wide Web. Like, bye. Thank you, Bob. Super appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, my lovely. Happy Mystical Monday to you. It's canon to the Elder Scrolls lore as the whole reason the Oblivion Gates don't open in Blackmarsh, home of the Argonians, because the lizard people kept invading the Oblivion realm. I'm not sure what game it's from. I have hardly played ESO and haven't played Morrowind. I just remember reading about it. Well, the Oblivion Gates only opened in Cyrodiil. They didn't open in any other province. So I don't know about the Argonians invading the Oblivion realm. I don't know about that at all. Because Argonians don't have, they have water breathing as a main trait, but they don't have fire resistance. I think if anyone was going to invade Oblivion, it would have been the Dark Elves, because they have fire resistance, like as a standard. Maybe it was a meme. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was. Yeah, weird. But yeah, so in answer to your question, I really did enjoy Oblivion. I mean, it has so many flaws, but I think we've come to love them now, haven't we? The like the voice acting is a massive thing that's been memed for years. The fact that Bethesda spent, I mean, I smile about it, but I was so angry about it at the time. I felt that Bethesda just really let down their fans. The gamers who were just so fangirling over the Elder Scrolls universe and had played the previous 3/4 games, and they spent their entire budget on Sean Bean and Patrick Stewart to voice act the Emperor and Martin, the Emperor's son, Sean Bean, and you know that meant that they had like hundreds of NPCs that were voiced by like 5 people because they spent all their budget. They didn't have the budget to get more voice actors, and the AI is just insane. I mean, when the game came out, I bought the like the deluxe edition, and it came with an additional disc that had a documentary on the making of Oblivion. And I mean, I'm sure you can probably view that content now on YouTube, and I highly recommend it because it was ever so funny. Where they were testing the AI. Like all this game testing was going on, obviously before they released the game, and they they tested the AI. They like rewrit the AI, and then they just basically hit go, and they had this character. They were just sort of walking around this town just to see what would happen with the AI to make sure that it was stable, and it wasn't. And there's these two NPCs were having a conversation that went wrong and became a fight, a physical fight, and one of the NPCs killed the other and then went around and proceeded to kill every other NPC in the town. And they just watched this all unfold because it was just so funny. They didn't stop it, they just allowed it to continue because they wanted to see how bad it would get. And this one NPC was like the last one left because he killed everybody. There was just this massive brawl going on in the middle of the town. When we see the game now in its completed state, and obviously the NPCs don't fight each other, they're not allowed to do that. Their programming doesn't allow them to do that. They just have these ridiculous conversations and then they move on and speak to a different NPC. But yeah, this one NPC just went on a kill spree and just fucking murdered everybody in the town. It was amazing. If there's anyone here watching that hasn't played Elder Scrolls, don't fuck with the chickens, it won't end well for you. Yeah, the entire town will just descend upon you for murdering any kind of livestock. Yeah, it was funny. It was good. But Oblivion, I think what they were trying to do was bring, because Morrowind, I think, really appealed to like tabletop gamers because it followed tabletop rules, really. I mean, the people who were part of the original Bethesda team who were working on Elder Scrolls, they were all D&D players. They were all tabletop gamers. So they brought that into. I mean, the original Elder Scrolls game was a tabletop game. It wasn't a computer game. It was a tabletop game. And the first couple of games, Daggerfall and what was the other one? Daggerfall and I forget what it was called now. I didn't play them. I didn't play them because they were made in like the late 80s, early 90s. But they were like a digital version of a tabletop game. You know, one of them was like a bird's eye view, and it was like 8-bit gaming. And it's not the kind of game that I would play. But it was all dice rolls, basically, that determined the outcome of combat. And Morrowind followed that same kind of premise, but it was open world, whereas the other games weren't. Oblivion was so different because it wasn't based on dice rolls. The combat wasn't based on dice rolls, and the NPCs were voice acted, whereas in Morrowind and the previous games they weren't. And fast travel was introduced. You could fast travel basically anywhere as long as you discovered the location, and then they kept that theme in Skyrim. And it was definitely catered to the mass market, Oblivion. Impatient gamers that don't want to walk everywhere. The quests were so easy. You could just like speed run them, whereas Morrowind you couldn't so much. I mean, people still did speed run stuff by using glitches and things, but if you were to like speed run and legitimately play through the Morrowind main storyline, it would take you a week. It was so long. And Oblivion, you could speed run it, and Skyrim as well. Skyrim's main storyline was even shorter. But yeah, I'll take my nerd hat off now, because I'm probably putting people to sleep. Moose, thank you so much for the follow, my lovely. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Happy Mystical Monday. How are you doing, my love? Pikachu, how are you doing? The reason I love Elder Scrolls is the immersiveness. Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, Skyrim, vanilla Skyrim, I mean, there is immersion definitely to be had in vanilla Skyrim. But mods is where it's at for Skyrim, certainly. For Oblivion too, but they're more stable in Skyrim. If you're playing Skyrim and you love the game, I highly recommend that you start modding it, because there are so many mods that make it look better, that make it way more immersive, make it way more real. And there's a whole list of them that I could recommend that I'm not going to do now, but just to throw a few out there as to what you can do with it. You can... There's weather that creates like crazy thunderstorms and makes snowstorms like blizzards that you can't see in front of you. You can change the light levels so that you really do need a torch at night, otherwise you just can't see anything. That just makes it so much more real. There's a mod that where you have to stay warm, and it gives clothing a warmth value, so you can't go outside in the snow wearing nothing. Like, you have to wear a cloak, and there's a mod that gives you cloaks and hoods. where you have to be wearing warm clothing, otherwise you get hypothermia and you'll just die. Sitting by a fire will give you more warmth. There's follower mods that allow you to have more than one follower, and you don't have to use fucking what's her name? The follower that annoys everybody, Lydia. You don't have to use Lydia, right? There's mods that removes Lydia from the game completely. That's the good news. Fucking Lydia. I mean, I just went into a cave system and got her stuck on a crate and I left her there. I just left her there. Fuck Lydia. There's a mod that fixes the glitch in right, talk about blocking hallways. Yeah. there's a very, very helpful mod that fixes the staircase in Breeze Home so you don't get stuck on the top step. Hey Georgie, how you doing, my love? Happy Mystical Monday. Oh, thank you, Gaia. Thank you for putting all the links up. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's mods where you have to eat and you have to sleep. I mean, that's just kind of standard immersion sorts of mods. There's mods that adds like fallen trees and makes the forests more dense and more plant life, and it's just crazy what you can do with it. I mean, my Oblivion, sorry, not Oblivion, Skyrim. My Skyrim has over 750 mods, and it's just so immersive. It's stable as well. It doesn't crash or black screen or whatever. Fuck, there's so many. There's so many. Nexus mods. Go and check out Nexus mods, the website Nexus, and download Vortex, which you can find through Nexus. Don't bother with Steam Workshop, because the trouble with Steam Workshop is when the mod is removed from the workshop, it's removed from your game. Whereas with Nexus mods, you download the mod onto your own hardware, so you've got the mod then. Even if the mod is discontinued and you can't find it anymore on Nexus mods, you can still use it and it will still remain stable. But you know, there's so many characters that I've developed just for my own personal use, you know, for my own story writing and things, and role playing, that I've role played with using these mods and things in Skyrim. And you know, the character development that's to be had there is just invaluable, really. I swear to carry your burdens. Yeah, fucking Lydia. There's mods that make Lydia more beautiful as well. If you're into Lydia and you want her to be around, there's mods that change her dialogue and her voice, and it's crazy. It's really crazy what you can do. There's like different textures and things to be had as well. Like all of my horses actually look like horses now. You can add donkeys, like you can add more chickens. It's the small mods that count for a lot, like Cockerel's Crow at Dawn. It's such a small mod, but it makes so much difference, because then at 5 and 6 a.m. you go into a town and you'll hear cockerels crowing, so you know it's dawn, and they won't crow at any other time. You know, it's so much more immersive. If there was no Lydia, who would you use as a punching bag for new shouts? Yeah. Yeah, totally good point there. Yeah, there's mods for shouts. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen them, but I've not used them because very useful, right? One thing I don't like about Skyrim that I love about Oblivion is that you don't have to take on the responsibility of the main storyline. So there's mods that give you an alternate start. So you can choose to not be a Dragonborn. You can activate the quest if you want to. So you have the option. You don't start in, excuse me, wherever it was where you're about to get your head chopped off and then a dragon comes in. You're kind of railroaded into being the Dragonborn right from the get-go with vanilla Skyrim, but there's mods that that change that. It basically it doesn't eradicate the main storyline. It's still there, but it's just dormant. So there's no dragons unless you decide to go and, you know, become the Dragonborn. Because a lot of the characters that I like to roleplay, they're nothing special. They're just regular people, just trying to make it. You know, they're travellers or they're bards or whatever. So it didn't make sense for playing Skyrim and then everyone's like, oh look, there's the Dragonborn, or for people to be talking about all of these dragons and all of this trouble when the character that I'm role playing has got nothing to do with any of that stuff. So it removes that dialogue. Again, it's like it's dormant, you know. So there's certain places and certain people you need to speak to activate that main quest, but it makes it a bit more like you just sort of fall into it rather than it's predetermined. So it makes it more immersive. If you're into role playing, then it's way more immersive in that respect. So I never bothered with the new shouts and things like that kind of, those kinds of mods that revolved around being Dragonborn, because my characters aren't the Dragonborn. I believe there's even mods where there is a Dragonborn but it's not you. Swallow's soul, yeah. Yeah, I preferred it that way because you know, the alternate start's brilliant. There's a couple of different ones to choose from, but the one that I'm using, you start in a like a dungeon, like a, you're not in a cell, but you're in like a dungeon, and you can decide everything for your character, who you are, what you're going to be doing. And then you can choose, you can either choose a location to start from, or you can go random and it will just spit you out somewhere in the map, and you could be absolutely anywhere. You could be in a main town, you could be in a forest, you could be up a mountain, you might be in a cave, like a cavern somewhere, you might be in a ruin, you could be absolutely anywhere. And you can, and that randomization could also be that you've just woken up there, or you've been rescued by an NPC from some sort of unknown danger, and they like wake you up and they're like, oh hey, I rescued you from some wolves, or I rescued you from pirates, or whatever. Or you might spawn in the middle of combat. You know, so it completely randomizes it, and I usually use that one because then I can just deal with whatever imminent danger there is going on in the moment, and then I go and find a quiet spot, and then I think to myself, right, how can I make this part of the story for my character? Why am I here? Maybe I've been knocked out and I was kidnapped and left for dead, or maybe I was, I don't know. I don't know. Depends on what's going on. It makes it way more immersive. I've nearly finished my tea. This cup is a lot smaller than the one that I normally use. The one I normally use is like twice the size of this. This is a normal size cup. I usually use a mug that is ridiculously big. I'm running out of tea at a very rapid rate. So yes, we are playing through Oblivion. We're going to be playing through Elder Scrolls Online main storyline, and at some point we will go back to Morrowind. But that won't be for a while because I've got enough on my plate, frankly, with editing that lot. So go check out the first episode of our Oblivion playthrough if you haven't already. It's on YouTube now. Don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to start playing through because our content character is now ready. Like I say, I've been leveling her up in the background. She's now level 500 and something. Nightblade, and we'll be exploring the content. So we'll do the main storyline. We'll go and check out all of the DLC because there might be some of you who don't have ESO Plus or don't have the DLC, and you want to know what the landscapes are like and what the quests are like. So we'll go and check out all of that stuff. At some point we're going to go and marathon picking up all of the lore books in each province and picking up all of the sky shards in all of the provinces, and we'll go for 100% completion for each province. There was something else that we were going to do. What else were we going to do? I forget now. I have a list. I have a list of all of the things that we're gonna go through. But I will be live streaming all of this stuff, and then I'll just edit them into videos, so you can watch them on YouTube if you missed the live stream. 6 cups of tea a stream, yeah. It's getting a bit ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not sure when we're going to start those. I want to catch up on myself with Oblivion because I still have a lot of editing to do. Kill all of the bosses, yeah, we'll go for 100% completion. So all the world bosses, we'll do all of the delves, all of the public dungeons. That's what it was, yeah, all the public dungeons as well. And we'll also do the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild content as well. And we may as well do the Thieves Guild whilst we're at it. I've not done the Thieves Guild content, so we'll just sort of start from scratch with that. Well, we'll start from scratch with all of it, because this is why a 2-year-long project is going to be a while. It's definitely going to be a while, yeah, because we've got Oblivion at the same time. I think I've set myself this huge task here, but we'll get it done. As long as we're having fun, right? That's all that matters. But yeah, we'll do other dungeons, and we're probably going to do the entire lot solo. So, you know, for you nerds out there that want to play alone, or you don't have anyone to play with, so you're kind of just playing on your own, we're also I'm gonna be kind of walking you through the build, and obviously we're not top level yet, so we've prestiged, we're at level 500 and something, so we're into champion points, but we don't have all of the champion points. 810 is the most champion points that you can get, and we're at 500 and something, so we've got 300 odd points yet left to get. So we'll be going through the build. Obviously it's only one character, so it's only one build that we're doing, but we're doing a solo DPS Nightblade, so she's not a tank, but she has that sustainability of keeping herself alive. Stamina Nightblade. So if you want to build something similar, you want something that's a little bit tanky but can stay alive and is stamina based, so self-healing, and you just want to swing a big sword around and just fuck stuff up. This is the build. This is the first time I've ever done a build like this as well, because I normally play Magicka based sorcerer type characters. This is the first time that I'm using a two-handed weapon and not a staff. I usually use a staff. So this is all very new for me. Obviously I have been leveling her up, so I've gone through 50 levels to unlock the champion points, and now we're 500, so I've got 50 levels worth of experience with this kind of build, but it's still very new to me with like dungeons and stuff. I did one dungeon the other day just to test it out, just to see what's up, and I have to say I was just grinning my way through it because it's the first time I've had a character where I need to be up close and personal because I've got a sword. You know, this isn't like AoE type. You know, she's basically got no AoE spells. It's just go and twat a monster around the face with a big fuck off sword, instead of standing at a distance and casting with a staff, you know. So it was ever so satisfying just to go running up to like a giant spider and just hit it with a sword until it dies. Great fun. Didn't even need to strafe. I was just basically standing there swinging a sword, which made me feel very, very badass. It was great. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that. Bonk it on the head. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Tons of fun. So I think we're going to wrap this up. I do have a lot of editing to do. We've gone out of focus again, so I think I'm going to get to it. But I will remind you all of our affirmation for the day is tenacity. Why does my camera keep going out of focus? It's starting to really annoy me. Stop it. Stop it. Come on. Come back to me. Come back to my face. Is it just because it's so bright in here? That's probably it. Oh, 2:22. Perfect time for us to end. So, yes, tenacity. If at first you don't succeed, try. To remember that there's an old tired saying about this for a reason. Everyone fails. Sometimes. But failure is only failure if it happens on the very last page of your story. And since you're still breathing, that's not where you're at right now. So if you've hit an obstacle on your way to success, don't sweat it. Dust off your air quotes and hang them on that failure as a reminder that failures are a part of success and this is all part of your lifelong job. Then get right back to it. Your next failure is waiting to bring you closer to your dreams. So as I said, when you get kicked off that horse, think about what you've learned, dust yourself down and get right back on that again. And keep on riding, cowboy. So I will love and leave you. Thank you guys for joining me for Mystical Monday. Short and sweet. Can I get a screenshot of that? Yes, absolutely. Wait, I'll hold it there. There we go. Oh, it's a bonus card, I just realised. All good? Screenshot time, everybody. Screenshot time. So, yes, thank you everybody for joining me for Mystical Monday. I love your beautiful faces. Buy the merch. Subscribe to YouTube. Become a Cosmic Clan member today on Patreon. Links are all in the description below. Everybody say hi and bye to YouTube. Links are in the chat. Come and join the Discord. Buy the merch. Become a patron. Blah, 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 blah. And one of us, yes. If you want to view all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's released to everybody else, then become a Cosmic Clan member. Go and check out Patreon. There's one tier now, so there's no confusion and there's no decision to be made. It's just sign up and that's it. Job's done. Get yourself a nifty Discord role whilst you're at it. And yeah, merch is available. Oh, and before I go, we've only got a couple of weeks left. Hey Earth, how are you doing, my love? There's only a couple of weeks left to pledge and get your own Cosmic Cloud Oracle deck. Some of them I am going to personally sign the boxes. Some of them are just like bog standard, straightforward deck. But there's only a couple of weeks left to pledge. If we don't hit goal, then none of them are going to be made. We have to hit the goal. So pledge, you guys. It's totally in your hands now. I have no hand in it now. It's totally up to the Cosmos Collective as to whether or not this deck is actually going to become a reality. No pressure, but get your cute little tushies over there and pledge if you haven't already. So yes, I will love and leave you guys. I think I've remembered everything right this time. I think that's everything. What happens to the money already donated? Nothing. I don't receive anything unless we hit the goal. So for the people who have pledged, let's say that we don't hit goal, right? Which isn't going to happen, but let's say that we don't. The people who have already pledged, they will not have their money taken from them. So nothing will happen. Your money will not be taken unless we hit goal. In which case you will receive an email, I imagine, from Crowdfunder saying, yes, we succeeded and we hit goal, you will be debited on this date. So yes, if you've already pledged and we don't hit goal, you will keep your money. So you don't need to worry about that. But hopefully we will hit goal, and the funds will be sent to me, and then I will be able to have all of the decks produced and sent out to you on the promised dates. So yes, go and check it out. And I will say, whilst we're here, thank you so much to everybody who has pledged so far. I really hope that we hit goal so that we can make this deck a reality. And obviously you hope so too, so that you can have your own decks. But thank you to everybody who has so far supported the project. Love you guys, love your faces, really, really appreciate it. So yes, I will love and leave you. Have a wonderful rest of Mystical Monday, and remember that you are valued, you are important, and you absolutely have the capacity to receive everything that you desire. You deserve it, and you have the ability to make your dreams a reality. You do. Don't argue with me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one.